rhythm. That's often how I will feel when I first land in Los Angeles on a big trip back to the United States. And so, in fact, I just did a 4 week trip. I like to go back in the Australian winter, US summer. I take my 10-year-old son with me, and we love doing a bit of biohacking on our circadian rhythm. So we'll always wake up around 3:30, 4 in the morning. We've gone and sat in front of the high beams on my car to get the light in our eyes, get up, call some people in the US to get that energetic vibe of them being awake and alert, go for a walk, move our bodies, shift our meal schedule forward, and get it so that we can fall asleep on the plane as close to nighttime in LA as we can, flying from Sydney or from Brisbane. But of course, when we get there in the morning and have to wake up at 7, 8 a.m. in the morning, it's just in the middle of the night for our body clock. And so it's really, really hard to wake up. But one of the most impactful ways to use the Retimer device is actually for adjusting our circadian rhythm in response to jet lag. So I wanted to ask you a question, if you would, around how we could best use a device like this to do what I just described. We need to wake up. It's the middle of the night. It's 3 in the morning. We got to wake up because that's when the sun's coming up in the place we're going to. We feel pretty tired and low in our motivation, but we might be able to put these on. What do you think?
Yeah, although that sounds pretty vicious as a therapy, I would recommend, probably you get more compliance from people if you did it a little bit more gently for a few days before your trip. So in other words, waking up half an hour earlier each morning and getting exposed to light using the retimers so that you shift your body clock back maybe 2 or 3 hours earlier before you leave, but doing it in a way that's a little bit more gentle and that you can still get enough sleep every night so that your bedtime gets a little bit earlier as well on a regular basis. So shifting everything earlier by maybe half an hour and getting that light exposure as soon as you wake up in the morning. If you shift it too quickly, there is the danger that if you only give yourself, say, an hour of light therapy too early, it can be on the wrong sort of location and have the effect of delaying your body clock and working against what you want to accomplish. So I would do it a little bit more gently on a systematic basis of shifting earlier by maybe no more than an hour each morning, but half an hour would be a little bit easier and more tolerable to people, I think.
Thank you, Leon. My therapist would agree that I should be more gentle with myself, so I think she'll be happy to hear you said that. And I will take that with a grain of salt, given that you advise Olympians on how to do this best. So, and what I like about your answer is that when I got back from the US, I actually had these waiting for me, and I got to use them. And I actually did the more gentle approach that you described. There's actually some calculations you can run in terms of when you should use this and how you can keep yourself alert. And for me, when I come back, what happens when I come back to Sydney time zone from LA,